This conference will now be recorded.
So, in this webinar, I would like to discuss Alabama companies that have retooled this operation or process to assess the medical industry and first responders with essential PPEs, gloves, hospital gowns, masks, and face shields. Also, I'm also going to direct people that are unemployed or job seekers to employment opportunities here in the state. So again, I'm Kevin Taylor, an assistant director of AIDT. AIDT is under the Department of Commerce in the Workforce Development Division. We're the state's workforce training and recruiting incentive program, which means we support new companies that locate here in the state, as well as existing companies that expand here in the state. So we support many companies with recruiting, screening, selecting, assessments, and training. And we support majority manufacturing companies across the state and some back office type companies like tech companies as well. So let's talk about numbers. We're currently supporting 133 companies across the state, 37 counties. So we work with many companies throughout this state. I've been with AIDT for a little more than 26 years, and we have never reached these types of numbers. We've always hovered around 90 to 100 projects or companies we've supported, but never those type numbers 133, 135. I think at one point within the last couple of years, we we peaked at 140. So let's talk about some of the large projects that we support. We support most of the large manufacturers that located here in the state. Of course, the automotive OEMs, Mercedes, Honda, Hyundai, and now Mazda Toyota, which is located in Huntsville, and many of their suppliers that support these operations. We also support Airbus, located in Mobile. We have a training center there. We support additional aerospace like Lockheed Martin, Aerojet Rocketdyne, GE Aviation, Blue Origin. But we also support company formerly named ThyssenKrupp, but it's now AMNS, which is the steel operation. You see that at the bottom of your screen on the left side, as well as Outokumpu, which is the stainless side. So they split their operation. Very good company, actually in Calvert, Mobile County. But we also support Alstom there on the at the bottom on the right. They're a manufacturing aluminum compact. They manufacture aluminum combat vessels, what we call the LCS, the littoral combat ships, and they do that for the Navy. Therefore, we support many industry sectors: automotive, aerospace, pulp and paper, chemical operation, warehouse distribution logistics, food processing, as well as back office type companies, as I mentioned, like tech companies, IT companies. As most of us know, some of these operations unfortunately have shut down for a few weeks, some have laid off, and some have furloughed their employees due to COVID-19. Many of these companies were growing, creating jobs pre-COVID-19, and the state's unemployment was at a record low of 2.7%, unheard of. But unfortunately, most of these companies aren't currently hiring. Um, that's why we have some Alabama citizens unemployed. As of this week, we have over 100,000 unemployment claims here in Alabama. So again, a lot of people that are unemployed. So I'm hoping we can get back to some normalcy next month in May, when most of these companies are back up and running. So let's talk about some of these companies that are retooled to make, of course, PPE. As we all know, we have a severe shortage of PPEs for the medical workers that are caring for COVID-19 patients. Now, I want to talk about these Alabama companies that are extremely noble, patriotic, and inspiring to this nation. These are companies that were manufacturing another product that retooled their operation, their processes to support the medical industry to help fight this pandemic. Kaplan is one that's actually there in the middle. It's located in Gunnersville and manufactures military garments. But they will now start manufacturing military hospital gowns. Gelco, which is over there on the right side. This is a very small operation in Coleman. I don't think they employ 20 people, but they manufacture electrical safety harnesses and safety belts. And now they will start manufacturing hospital gowns and masks. Of course, Toyota on the right side at the top, which is Toyota Motor Manufacturing Alabama. Okay, this is the engine plant, and this plant has been here since 2003. They were producing 3,000 engines per day. And that's the 4, 6, and 8 cylinder engines. However, as of a few weeks, they ceased production and will resume production on May 4th. I did find that information out on yesterday. So they will start their operation back up again on May 4th. However, announced just a few days ago, they will start producing 7,500 face shields to donate to local hospitals, as well as 160 pairs of safety glasses. Another company I do want to talk about is Medical Industries of America. And you see that one is the third one, or the one that's closer to the left side on the top. This is a new company in Eufaula, Alabama, and had plans to manufacture latex gloves. And they were going to start, this was actually pre COVID-19. And they were going to start up in about 3 months. After working with the White House, they are going to start producing in 3 weeks now. And AIDT is assisting in the recruiting efforts. They are going to hire approximately 50 people in 3 weeks. So they're going to retool because they were going to again produce latex gloves, but now they will have to produce what they call nitrile gloves, which is a military grade glove. And of course, a lot of these, these distilling companies, some people call them distilleries. Distilleries, that's really the facility, but the distilling is the process. So you have some companies here in Alabama, and these are just a few of them. So again, as opposed to making alcohol now, they're going to be making sanitizer. And I have 3 mentioned here, and again, many more. But of course, Gibson Distilling, which is located in Headland. You have Birmingham Dread River Distilling, which of course is located in Birmingham. Then of course you have John Emerald Distilling. That was located in Opelika. And another one that's not mentioned on here, I thought it would be nice to mention, is Yellowhammer Brewery. They're located in Huntsville, and again, they will be making, all these companies will be making sanitizer. And then you have JF Drake State. What they will be doing is they're going to use their 3D printing operation, and they're going to produce those face shields. It normally takes about a few hours to produce one, but they're going to produce and donate 19 very, very soon if they have not done that already. So I thought that was great of them to do that also. Okay, so let's talk about AIDT, the projects that are hiring, which is very important to a lot of people online here. So Autocar, which is located in Birmingham, they manufacture what I call road maintenance trucks, road maintenance trucks, as well as construction trucks. HDT Global, they're located in Tanner. They manufacture military tents and equipment. Um, Hyundai, we call it HMMA, located in Montgomery. They have actually stopped operation as well, shut down, but they're going to produce pretty soon. The goal was Monday, April the 13th. That may move down, but at this point, I think it's still April the 13th. It may move to April the 20th. But you also have Hyundai Power Transformers, which we call it HPT. They're located in Montgomery. They manufacture these large power transformers. They are hiring. We're actually doing pre-employment training programs for them because, again, they need people. Kimber, as you all know, people are still buying firearms, guns. They're located in Troy, pretty new operation. And again, they manufacture firearms. We are still conducting pre-employment training programs for those companies. So we're accepting applications on our website. Mazda Toyota, new operation, new automotive operation, OEM, that's located in Huntsville. And of course, they will be producing Mazdas and Toyota vehicles. I just mentioned this one, Medical Industries of America. We call it MIA, located in Eufaula. Again, they're going to be producing, as opposed to latex gloves, they're going to be producing nitrile gloves. And then we have Progressive Pipe Fabricators. They're located in Trinity, which is not too far from Decatur. They fabricate pipe for fire protection systems. We also have Valley Joist and Deck, which is located in Fort Payne. They will manufacture steel joist for floor and roof loadings. We also have a tier one supplier that's hiring currently. They're going to be, and that's YKTA, located in Huntsville. They're going to be on site with Mazda Toyota. They're a stamping operation, so they will provide stamped metal chassis components as well as body components for Mazda Toyota. We also have what we call AMT, which is Accurate Machine and Tool, which is located in Madison, Huntsville area. It's actually a machine shop, but it's a very nice, clean machine shop. I've been there a couple of times, and they manufacture a variety of parts for the military. And then we have a tech company on here too that are hiring. One is called, it's called Inside Incorporation. They will incorporate. They will be located in Florence, which is a security software company, tech company. So they have quite a few jobs on our website. So I would advise you guys to go there and view the website. I will have that information at the end of these slides, sort of like a resource page, so you'll be able to see that information. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking at my time here. So thinking outside the box. We have many other companies, when I say we, the state, um, that are hiring. So some companies that we don't think about sometimes. We have many grocery stores that are hiring, especially for overnight stocking. Winn-Dixie, Publix, and I know there's a Publix there in Rainbow City, but we have Publix throughout the state. Of course, we have Piggly Wiggly, as well as your Walmarts. You have two, I think they're in one in Gaston, one in Atala. But you have Walmarts everywhere throughout the state. So they are hiring. And again, especially for overnight stocking. Some other operations we don't think about sometimes are going to be your wholesalers, like Sam's, Costco. They are hiring to keep those shelves stocked. So for overnight stocking, so they are hiring quite a few folks there as well. So we also have another industry sector we don't think about, pharmacies that are hiring. We uh, we have pharmacies that are hiring, and they are attempting to keep their items on the shelves. So during this stay-at-home order, pharmacies are considered essential. So they are a part of a few stores that are currently open. Therefore, your primary pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens um, are receiving high traffic from consumers. So I would also seek those type operations, pharmacy operations, and you have other pharmacies too that are in operation as well. Okay, we have some distribution centers that are hiring. We call them DCs. Um, Amazon has 2 locations here in the state. We have a new one, of course, in Bessemer that are taking applications for lead positions. And you can look on AIDT's website, you'll see those. Or you can look on, of course, the Alabama Career Center's website, which is joblink.alabama.gov. But anyway, that information is going to be on my last screen, so I will definitely display that for you. But Amazon also have a facility in Mobile, Irvington, but it's in Mobile County. Um, so they have a fulfillment center, a little bit different from a distribution center, but very similar concept. Because of course, distribution centers they distribute their product to your Walmarts if it's a Walmart. But fulfillment centers are going to be they use third party what we call LPLs, third party logics, and they send them to different third party organizations. So again, same concept, but we also have Big Lots DC, which is located in Montgomery. We have Walmart DCs. Actually, we have 4 Walmart DCs, and starting here in Alabama. Starting at the top, we have one in Coleman, one in Opelika, one in Brundage, and then one down in Mobile. So a lot of opportunity there. Talked to the folks just 2 or 3 days ago, and again they are hiring. I talked to the folks down in Mobile. So you also have Target DC, which is located in Madison, Huntsville area. Then you have Public DC, which is located in McCalla, and then you have a Dollar General DC, which is located in Bessemer. So many opportunities with those DCs. And then of course you have your couriers. Your with your couriers, many times you need many drivers, but they also need loaders and unloaders. And I think the official title is package handlers. So many people are moving items via FedEx and UPS today, especially medical supplies and many of your essential items that you need at home. So that's another good resource for you too in regards to job seekers. So we have restaurants that deliver. So of course we all know that we have pizza delivery drivers, and we have the main operations here: Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's Pizza, and of course you have some that are not mentioned on here, like Marco's Pizza. But you know, we always have a need for pizza delivery drivers. But also we have restaurants now that are hiring their own delivery drivers, like Panera Bread. So look at those options as well, because so again, many of those restaurants are hiring their own delivery drivers. So look at those options. So what I call these are delivery services, what I call virtual delivery services. Again, we have a stay-at-home or shelter-in-place order by Governor Ivey. So many people are having their food delivered, especially elderly people. Most of the restaurants that are open use delivery services. So you have Waiter, which is a very well-known operation. You have DoorDash, Grubhub. You also have Ship. Ship, they actually deliver for some grocery stores like Publix, um, of course, Target. They also deliver for Petco. So if you need things for your pet, you can actually have that those type of items delivered, and they even deliver for CVS. So Ship is actually a what I call a home base operation that started in Birmingham and just exploded, and they're doing well. But you also have Walmart that has a delivery service and hiring drivers also. So so people are still eating, as we know. We got to do that. Um, so also, I wanted to mention that food processing plants across the state are hiring. People eat chicken still. So you have Wayne Farms, you have Tyson, you have what we call Coke, which is KOCH Foods. So again, that's Coke Foods. And also you have, and that's located in Gaston. But you also have OK Foods as well, and I think that was located in Albertville. So I wanted to mention those. Those are not on this list, but I do wanted to mention those because those folks are hiring. Because again, people are, thank goodness, are still eating. So to close it out, because I want to leave room for questions, Q and A's. So this is a very good resource page for you. AIDT, I have a good job link there for you, a URL um, with I think there's about 12 companies there, but if you tap on that company, it's going to have some of them will have several positions under those. So jobs.aidt.edu. So if you would go there and seek opportunities, and it will display how to apply. Then another very, very good resource is your Alabama Career Centers. Job link in the website is joblink.alabama.gov. And I tell you, as of this week, April 7th, 2020, there were at least 693 new area jobs entered into the system in the Gaston, what I call the greater Gaston region. So, and again, 693 new jobs entered into the system. So you can go there and seek job opportunities. Statewide, there's over 14,600 statewide positions on this same link. So again, if you have, family members, or friends that are seeking employment, please have them to go there to both sites. Um, so I do encourage you guys to view that those sites, and of course we have Alabama Works there also. But let me mention this too about JobLink, and I think this is important. It's a very friendly site. So what you can do is you can search by city, you can search by zip code, and you can use um, a radius of that city. If you want to say, I want to do 30 miles of the city, I want to do 60 miles, 100 miles. Also, you can plug in your zip code and do the same thing. 30 miles of that, 60 miles, 100 miles of the city of the or the zip code. So again, very friendly website there. So gives you many different options to do that. And then of course, Alabama Works website has a variety of resources there for your employers or for the employers, but also citizens seeking not just job opportunities, but also seeking training opportunities. So again, seeking training opportunities as well as jobs. Um, and you see and I just clicked away from it, but you see the website, the URL there too. So, which is Alabama Works /resources. And again, my name is Kevin Taylor. My contact information is there, my email address, and I also put my cell phone number there also. So if you have any additional questions once we move past this webinar, this great webinar, please feel free to reach out. So we'll start with questions now.
All right. Well, Kevin, thanks so much for speaking to us this morning. If you guys have any questions, make sure you submit those in the chat function right now. We've still got a little while before we got to wrap up. So I'll call out for questions. Any questions?
Okay, so I do see two questions, I think in the chat bar here. Let's see, recording this. Okay, maybe that's not one. Okay, so for the Sheila Hand did mention for Alabama Department of Labor, she did mention, I mentioned April 7th, but actually, which is even better news, that addition was only for one day. Those numbers that I mentioned, 693 new area jobs, I mentioned, I think, within a week, but that was 693 new available positions on April 7th. So I'm glad she clarified that. So do appreciate it. Okay, so we have another question here. Can you talk about the special code that can be added to the COVID-19 related jobs on JobLink? The special code that can be added to the COVID-19 related jobs that are on JobLink. So trying to understand that question. So of course, you know, there are many jobs that are related to COVID-19 because of these companies retooling. As I mentioned, there's going to be a small operation. Again, I mentioned less than 20, it might be less than 10 people that have retooled their operation, which is Gelco, very good company, and they're going to start producing those healthcare parts, those PPEs. So very commendable for them for doing that. So so do appreciate them doing that. I have another question here. It says, if a company is hiring, a job can be flagged with a COVID-19 tag. So that's actually a statement there. So, which is from Sheila Hand with the Alabama Department of Labor. Her website is sheila.hand@alcc.alabama.gov. So if you have any additional questions about what she just mentioned, about if a company is hiring and a job can be, again, can be flagged with a COVID-19 tag. So that's a statement for you. For example, she says if she put a job, if she input a job yesterday for a clinical scientist, then she added that tag there. So that's good information. You can even search for a job related to that field, which is always good. And again, she can enter the tag, the flag for that. And that information is directly on the homepage. And for the website, again, it's going to be labor.alabama.gov. So please go to that website and search for that information. But the website you need to go to is going to be labor.alabama.gov.
And yeah, I actually pulled up that online, the labor website, Sheila. and check it out. It's really simple. You just type in the keyboard. Sheila, if you want to, you're more welcome to come on the call and say a few words about that if you'd like to. If you want to unmute yourself, Sheila, if you'd like to.
Okay, very good. Yes, hello everyone. Yes, the new tag that we have for jobs, we can flag it with that special COVID-19 tag, and it will identify employers who are looking to fill positions related to that tag. We just ask that it does not get misused. You know, I have saw some like McDonald's with the COVID-19, and I'm not so sure that's legitimate, but you know, there's definitely opportunities there to make jobs related to COVID-19, like for special hiring purposes. Maybe some of the production plants are hiring to, like you were discussing earlier, and some of these other production areas where they're hiring for temporary or specialized, then they can tag those jobs with that tag just to let people know, hey, there's special pay, there's hazard pay, or anything like that.
Okay, well, awesome, Sheila. Thank you for that. Thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
Do we have any more questions? I don't see more questions on the chat.
I don't see any additional questions as well. But again,
okay, well,
to reach out to me, my direct information. I check my email almost every 5 minutes, as well as my cell phone. I keep it with me at all times. So I'm working all the time. So feel free to call me at any time with additional questions. My job is to help citizens upgrade their standard of living. I love what I do. That's why I've been there so long. So feel free to reach out to me. I will be glad to help you.
Awesome. Well, Kevin, thank you again for taking the time this morning to make that presentation, and thank you everyone for coming this morning too. I will stop the recording now, and we'll go ahead and end the meeting. And you guys can find a link to the recording later today as soon as they send me the link from GoToMeeting. But with that being said, you guys have a good Friday and a literally good Friday because it's Good Friday, and a happy Easter. You guys have a safe weekend and stay healthy. See y'all later. Bye.
Likewise.